fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into ya. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all VVs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Watson. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Bengals grab it.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expect it to go. And I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control. And that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there. Turned the ball over. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Room here to run. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 24. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Burrow on play action. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield and you don't score points. I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On 2nd and a yard, Burrow. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11 Thomas. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Right.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Bengals hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd down, Burrow. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Watson now to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you see?
Oh, and this ball's kicked and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Burrow's throw taken in by Cook. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Inside handoff to Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Get set.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals are once again back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get this to about the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's complete to Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jared Cook, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Hey, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Watson looks to throw again. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 17, Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Whoa.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Returnable for Grant. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
From the 50, it's Watson. And now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On fourth down, Watson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Watson off play action.
Toward the sideline, and he locates Gage.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. From the gun, they'll try to hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second and 11 now. Burrow. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 38. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on second and 6.
6 yards left on second down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Back to throw, Watson.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here.
They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Deshaun Watson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
I'm wondering.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One part, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got this complete, finding Cook on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On one, ready?
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Kevin McPherson for the Bengals field goal of 21 yards.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Watson looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
11 empty. 11 empty.
Mixing up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On one, ready?
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop it.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. To throw, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over.